Well, I heard it from your mother that you were back in town. You'd grown tired of all that running and you'd returned to settle down. Well, how long till that gets boring, till that old familiar frown returns to stay? Well, I knew it wouldn't be long before my phone begins to ring, and I'm bombarded with your questions like who are you with and where have you been? Well, I've been in the same old spot, the very one you left me in some years ago. Now you swear you're back for good, but I've heard this all before. And you can sell the dreams I sold you, but I don't want you anymore. And I know that that sounds cruel, but it's the truth, and I'm still a little sore. Now this life you say you're wanting's what I wanted all along. It was all planned out, but then I turned around and you were gone. And just a quickly scribbled letter saying you wouldn't be too long's beneath my door. But you claim that you have changed and you've had your bit of fun. And whilst you were on the far side of the world, I was the only one that kept you coming back, like some safety net left here for when you're done. And you can explain it in 100 different ways, quotes and rhymes, but come on now, let's be honest, you left one too many times. And I got tired of waiting, I saw some sense and I read the signs. Well, I heard you bought your tickets and you fly tomorrow night. Well, there's no need for goodbyes, we've been through this oh so many times. I knew you wouldn't stay, but I guess I hoped you might. Oh, one day you just might. Okay, this next song, this is a song I wrote a few years ago, and it was about the very final time that I was going to leave my work to do what I loved. It was recorded just as I left work, and then it was released just as I went back to work because I was too skint. So, what can you do? This is a song called Home. Each morning still asleep, praying for my shift to end or the one next week, 'cause my eyes are tired and all my body aches. And although I'm in my 20s, well, I feel like 58, 'cause I've done my best to make my parents proud. I went and got myself a job, but I drank up every pound. But now it's time I turn this life around. I'll pack my bags and guitar and I'll play in a different crowd. And with dazzling lights attracting me up to London, I will flee the next time you see me. I'll be on the road. And although I'm 100 miles away, my heart will never leave the place I've come to love and always will call home. Oh, I'll always call it home. Well, I've done the best I can to make a life inside that place, but I'd rather be damned, 'cause the streets only depress me till it hurts, and the only air you breathe in is coming from the works. 'Cause I've been here 1,000 times before. I've been planning out my dreams whilst grafting on the workshop floor. And one day I'll put down my tools and I'll tell my boss the score. I'm headed for the city, I can't take this anymore. And with dancing lights attracting me up to London, I will flee. The next time you see me, you'll be on the road. And although I'm 100 miles away, my heart will never leave the place I've come to love and always will call home. Oh, I'll always call this home. I'm not wasting any time. The longer I stay here, the sooner I'll get left behind. I need to seek out all the things that I'm longing to find. Dazzling lights attracting me off to London, I will flee. The next time you see me, you'll be on the road. And although I'm 100 miles away, my heart will never leave the place I've come to love and always will call home. And with dazzling lights attracting me up to London, I will flee. The next time you see me, I'll be on the road. And although I'm 100 miles away, my heart will never leave the place I've come to love and always will call home. I'll always call it home. I'll always call it home. Okay, that was the second single that I ever released, and this is the first one. This is a song I wrote several years ago now. This is called Time Will Tell, and it's gone through a lot of changes, and the original is quite an upbeat version with a band involved, but this is another version that I quite like playing when I'm on my own, a bit more of an acoustic feel to it. Well, I've been searching round this town my whole damn life for a means to justify my age. 'Cause I've been searching round this town my whole damn life for a means to justify my age. Some say it lies in family, and some fall for love. Most wish for piles of money, many more than should. But then those unlucky few don't find out till they're in the skies above. It's somewhere in my blood. Where will we be in 10 years' time? Could be traveling or sat beside my wife. What'll be the making of your life? The day your kids are born, or when you took a stand and chose to fight? Or may history remember us for all that we did right? all that we did right. Well, as the days go by, it all becomes more clear. If I want to survive, I've got to shun my fears. Well, I've got to follow dreams wherever that may lead me, my dear. Time will tell from what I hear. Where will we be in 10 years' time? Could be traveling or sat beside my wife. What'll be the making of your life? The day your kids are born, or when you took a stand and chose to fight. Or may history remember us for all that we did right. Oh, time will tell who falls apart, and fate will tell. It'll tear your hopes and dreams straight from your weary heart. Oh, in future we place our trust, so history remember us. History remember us. History remember us. Okay, this next song is a few years old now, but I still quite enjoy playing it. It's a song I wrote called Oh Well Never Mind, and it really was the first time that I tried writing a song about something and putting some personal experience into it, and I've been playing it at gigs ever since. Here we go. Well, hey there, how you doing? It's been a while since you and me. Well, I've been doing great, and I post it everywhere to make sure that you see. And I'm glad you're loving life, 'cause I'm loving mine as well. Ain't it great to be free? At least that's what I tell myself. But every now and then I think of when I met you. Well, tell me I'm not the only one. Tell me you remember summer days down by the lake, car parked up by the shops behind. But in the end, we went our separate ways. Oh, well, never mind. So you got yourself a man, which is great. Not that I really care. Well, love, it's been a stranger, and if anything, love's been everything to me but fair. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I found a load of pictures that you gave me last November. At that time we took that train into the city. Tell me you remember summer nights down by the river, stood beneath the theatre lights. We said that one day we'd return. Oh well, never mind. About the text I sent you. Well, tell me I'm not the only one. Ooh, darling, tell me you remember when you said your goodbye, moved on with your life. I tell my friends I don't think of you at all, but we both know that's a lie. Never mind. Okay. This is a song I wrote for my group of friends, and it's really a song about. I think there's a weird age when you're too old to go to the park, but you're not old enough to get into the pub yet. So you sort of end up making your own entertainment, running around and knocking on people's doors and running away. Not that I did that, obviously. But this is a song called Adolescence. We've gathered in the masses at the shops down from my home, marched across our stomping ground to seek out the unknown. And we've passed our younger selves at every corner on the way, but we don't look back to the past, we're just living through our adolescent phase. We've wandered through the streets, armed with cans of lukewarm beer, dressed in high tops and in tracksuits, which I'd hate but I'd still wear. We've stood out in the pouring rain, the hail and then the snow. We've been chased across the neighborhood by folks that we don't know. And just like every adolescent, the dreams that we had, they were effervescent. With no weight upon our shoulders, no ties to hold us down, no one to try and keep us from the places we were bound, no one to try and stop us from being forever free. We were young and we were reckless, just how kids are supposed to be. Summers we'd head down to the field down by the park, and we'd spend hours killing time, then wander off into the dark. And in winters we'd hang around the shops to just stay warm, or go round to someone's house if we knew their parents would be gone. And time to us back then, it was just a number, and growing up can't wait till we said when. We were living in the moment, we were being forever young, just Some kids with no direction, yeah, and nothing to be won. No concerns about the future, and not scared of getting old. And even though we've all moved on, some things remain, and they're the stories that we hold. Just like every adolescent, the dreams that we had, they were effervescent. No weight upon our shoulders, no ties to hold us down, no one to try and keep us from the places we were bound, no one to try and stop us from being forever free. We were young and we were reckless, just how kids are supposed to be. Just like every other adolescent, we thought we'd done it all. We were the first to sneak out beers and to knock on strangers' doors. And if I had the chance to change how all my time was spent, well, I'd sit back, reminisce, and then I'd laugh, and I'd do it all again. I dropped my pick halfway through that one. Okay, this, oh, I need another harmonica. That's the only problem with harmonicas. You have to have one in every key, so you end up just walking around with pockets full of them. This is this was the first song I wrote that I deemed acceptable to play to people. The others before were just terrible. Okay, this is a song called Yesterday. Well, now the days just seem too real. I've seen the homeless sleep out on the streets and beg for their next meal, trying to catch the eye of strangers passing by who like to think that they know how it feels. And I can say I was around to watch the unions marching through the streets of my forgotten town. Papers and picket signs, save our steel as their headlines. Well, these are tough and troubled times. What we fail to see is our own mistakes. You can blame the government, but we sealed our own fate. Pure greed and selfishness has led our world astray. Can we go back to yesterday? Look out of your windows as your hope begins to fall. We've fallen victim to a greed that sits above us all. While we're struggling, their castle standing tall. Those caring politicians fail to answer hopeless calls. And as rumors fly around the people that we trust, deep down we really know what fate has got in store for us. Just as the gambler eventually goes bust, the ones who first jump ship are the ones who can't adjust. But what we fail to see is our own mistakes. You can blame the government, but we sealed our own fate. Pure greed and selfishness has led our world astray. Can we go back to yesterday? And oh, I know I should get out while I can, but honestly I don't know if I could. Although I want to stay, I should get away before the times take over us. And to those friends who are surrounding me, well, I never want to move. You laugh the night away, and I'll wear out the strings I play. I know the troubles will be there, I just won't be old enough to care. So take me there, take me there, take me there. Before I play this last one, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's having me today. Very happy to be a part of this, and please keep listening. If you can stay awake for the full 24 hours, then that would be great. And this is probably the newest song I've written. This is a song called Steel Town. And if you want to go and find more of stuff from me, then just go on Facebook and type in Luke Todd and everything will come up. Well, 10 a.m. every Monday, the siren rings, and it echoes through town like a church bell sings. And me, I just shiver at the feeling it brings. It's the same every day in the steel town I'm living in. And sometimes at night when it lights up the skies, like a beacon it bleeds through the corner of my eyes. There will go those before us, it'll be here when we've died. 'Cause in this old steel town all we are mere passers by. Take the reins, heard them say that it's time for a change, but I'll be here in the morning. I'll be dragging myself through the gates, and the sunlight shines through the cracks in the roof onto me whilst I'm down here searching for proof that it's all been worthwhile and I ain't wasted my youth. But I'm here for the money and it's easy, that's the truth. Some cane and I'll tear this place apart, but heaven knows that I'm too comfy and I wouldn't know where to start. So it ain't every Monday when the sun as I listen to one of the old boys talk of his youth and how he used to dream. But he's still sitting there, and I'll be damned if that's me.